We've got the new Mini John Cooper Works.
With matching Adidas Sambas. Hello, John. Let me hear you.
Oh,
Easy, Andy.
oh.
Yeah.
That's got a lot of power.
A lot of power on a little car. You know what it is? It's really mini, this car.
It's mini.
All right, let's get into what's under the hood of this model.
Gone is the manual transmission for 2025, but you do get more torque. It's powered by a 2-liter turbo, 4-cylinder, 228 horsepower, and 280 pound-feet of torque. This is a front-wheel drive model only, and Mini recommends premium fuel.
Okay, so we're concentrating just on the John Cooper Works. We're going to talk about another model in just a moment. Right now, what are the key standard features?
The base trim comes with a 9.4-inch touchscreen with navigation, wireless, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, Mini Intelligent Personal Assistant, Parking Assist, wireless charger, a head-up display, Harman Kardon sound system, powered and heated front sport seats, driver's seat memory, leatherette upholstery, a heated steering wheel, and a panoramic sunroof. Not all these features are standard in the US, as there's more trim options.
So it was last year, Andrea, we got the latest Mini, which isn't so mini, the Countryman, and it's not the prettiest girl at the dance either. I think this is still the true essence of what Mini is. That one got bigger. This one is still petite. Yeah. It's still fun. It's the closest you're going to get to a go-kart on wheels.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's so sharp, the handling.
Wait a sec. Go-karts do have wheels.
They do have
It's
wheels.
the closest thing you're going to get to a go-kart.
That feel of a go-kart. It's engaging. It's fun. I mean, it's a great daily driver. Like if you're driving in the city all the time, it's just so easy to get in and out of traffic. Of course, parallel park, but it's the acceleration that is just so good. Passing power on the highway, just terrific.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in and I'm going to say, yeah, it's a good commuter car. It's great in the city. You can park it anywhere. It's also owned by BMW, and they know how to do cars that are great on the highway. So I would even say if you're doing highway driving, this is going to be amazing because it all works for the Autobahn.
And it does have an adaptive suspension, but I got to tell you, when you hit some rough roads, you are going to feel it. But I'm not surprised about that. I think I am buying this sort of Mini performance model for that reason. I don't mind feeling a few bumps, but just know that going into it.
Yeah, and we live in a part of the world that doesn't get huge frost, so we don't have potholes like other parts of the world. So if you live somewhere, the northeast of the US, Quebec, Newfoundland, can you imagine driving this on Newfoundland roads? You want to maybe get the regular Mini or just get a different wheel and tire package would make a big difference. But yeah, this thing, she's toit like a tiger.
And the 7-speed dual clutch transmission is really good. I mean, BMW knows how to do transmissions. They know how to build beautiful handling vehicles. They get it done right. Coming up in questions, coffee and cars, we have a question about the manual transmission and the disappointment about it being eliminated.
And also, if you're not aware, we are GTI owners. We have a 2024 GTI. I would say this is kind of similar. This is much more nimble and fun and low to the ground and more go-kart-like. That is just a good all-rounder. This is a special end of the market for someone who is an enthusiast. So you have to be a car enthusiast. You have to be someone that likes thrills per mile and be willing to pay a premium price to get it.
Yeah, you do. For sure, you've got to pay a premium price. There's only one trim in Canada. You actually have 3 in the US. So that gives you a few more options if you want to go with less features. But this comes really well equipped, and Mini's done a nice job finally adding those features that people are looking for in vehicles, especially at this price point. I even like the drive experiences. I know Zach says, "Oh, just give me a sport mode."
Like, why can't you just spell it out? It's comfort, normal, sport, and sport plus. I've got balance, timeless, vivid, personal, green, core, and go-kart makes sense, right?
and
wait.
you get the sound.
Yeah,
you get the sound.
I find for bumpy streets, I find balance is good. But if you want to up the fun, you can.
You can up the fun with go-kart, and it lets you know because it gives out a woohoo. I just think the experiences are cool, kind of quirky. I mean, I think it's the right thing for a Mini.
Okay, if you want to have experiences like changing the screen, great, but still just give me sport and normal. That's all I ask.
To each their own.
Okay, what else can we put it in, Andrea?
Got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And do you know the majority of people that watch our fabulous videos are not subscribed?
They are.
So if you're watching, it's free. It's something you can do for us, and we'll pay you back with more videos. We put a video out every Wednesday.
And another one on Saturday.
So make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, Andrew, we're getting up to higher speeds. Hit it. Let's go for
Are
it.
we in go-kart mode?
No, we're not in go-kart. We're just in balance. And even in
Wow. I mean, you get up to speed so fast.
I think they're piping in some noise. Sounds to me like they're piping in some noise.
It
I'm
sounds
okay
good,
with
though.
that. I pay a lot for this car. I don't mind a little extra something, something.
Man, I can't even describe how fun this is.
Okay.
I hope you're feeling it.
Okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. We're now doing highway speeds. Comfortable.
Oh.
Doesn't kill you. I could put lots of miles on this.
And I
All
think
I need is
Mini-
my large coffee.
I think Mini did a great job with the exterior design. They didn't go too far away from what people are looking for. People like the look of a Mini.
So why did they screw up the Countryman? They made the Countryman not so mini anymore.
No.
It's the not so mini as well was our headline for the video. It's not that great looking. They didn't screw this one up.
No, they didn't screw it up, but I have to say the Countryman handles really well too. So now we're going on some rougher roads. I mean,
Okay, go on this side. This is the roughest part here.
The noise definitely creeps in.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's okay.
It's a rough road. So this is why we say if you're someone that lives in roads like this all the time, maybe just the regular Mini would be better.
Now we're on a smooth part.
Yeah, so I like the look of this. The black and the red wouldn't be my choice. Talk to my dad. My dad is in his 90s. He says, oh, I like the one with the Union Jack on the roof. I said, well, they'll sell you that.
They will sell you that. I mean, there's different configurations, different color options. This black model has got the red stripe and the black mirror caps, but you can also go with a black stripe. I mean, Mini lets you kind of design it the way that you like, and I think that's nice. You can buy a Mini that is quite unique for yourself. The Mini has 5.1 inches of ground clearance, and it comes standard with LED headlamps with cornering function, 18-inch wheels in Canada. In the US, you get 17-inch wheels, but 18-inch are available, and a tire repair kit.
All right, the Motormouth bros are coming back. Our sons are doing their own take on the cars, some of the cars that we get, and they're gonna do it on this Mini. So keep an eye out in the next few weeks. The brothers are back with their take on the Mini John Cooper Works.
Oh, they're super excited about this one. I want to see how they fit in it, of course, because they're both pretty tall. And just the fact that this has so much power, I think they're going to love it.
All right, so we had the Countryman last year with a lighter interior, and there was polarizing comments about the interior and the fact they're using this sort of cloth or bonded material on the doors and the dash. I actually really like it, and it's much more muted when it's just red and black, and it's meant to look over there kind of almost like a checkered flag. I think this is more palatable for some people.
I like it a lot. I mean, Mini says that these new textile materials that they're using are made from recycled materials, focusing on sustainability. A lot of people will like that. This is a leatherette interior only. No leather is offered on this model. I know some people are trying to get away from leather, so this may work a lot. I think that it's actually quite a clean design. It's uncluttered in here.
You get the big eye. This big eye is maybe not picking up on camera. The definition of have this is very, very bright and crisp, and you don't get reflection off it. Pretty much everything is done in there. The previous Minis years ago, I used to say somebody like barfed up buttons in the center. There was toggle switches galore. It's all now in the screen. There's still a few switches there. I'm here to tell you, you can adapt to anything. It's not exactly to my taste, like the interior, but there you go.
I think you needed to keep the big eye. I mean, if you went without the big eye and you made the Mini like other vehicles and just put like a regular screen, I think people would say, where's the big eye? We like it. The only issue with this infotainment system is I find it to be slow, a little bit laggy. I think it could use a software update. Mini can work on that.
They can do that, yeah.
And I think that would be an important feature to add. I also like the center console with this. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a little lunch box, a snack box.
But it looks like it's removable, but it's not.
No.
It's a strange design choice.
Yeah, and the wireless charger is at the front. You can hold your phone in. It stands straight up.
Like Tesla, just
like
saying.
Tesla. But I think overall, Mini has captured the Mini design really well without going too far away from the original design to offend people who love this kind of vehicle.
Okay, just for fun, I thought I would try and get in the back seat. Yeah, you can get in there. Of course, you have to move the front seats forward to make some extra room. But once you're in, the nice thing about a Mini, it's got a high roof line, so the headroom is good. What are the measurements?
The Mini has 41.4 inches of front row legroom, 30.8 inches of second row legroom.
Lifting up the cargo area, it's a Mini, it doesn't have a big cargo area. The good news is, of course, the seats fold down. If you want a bigger, more functional hatch, then a GTI or Golf R is probably better for you.
Cargo space behind the second row is 8.9 cubic feet, and overall cargo space is 34.4 cubic feet.
So we talked about GTI and Golf R for a second there. Let's get into it some more.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Too bad you can't get it in a manual. That would be so much fun. Yeah.
Ah, the good old days when you could get a Mini in a manual, when you could get a GTI and a Golf R in a manual. I mean,
it's kind of too bad that
sad.
This is the way it's going. Like, for people who actually want a manual transmission, they will be hard pressed to find one, as many brands are eliminating them, but they are still out there. Toyota, Mazda.
I remember there was a stat, it was just from a few years ago, but not that many years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, that a disproportionate number of Mini owners were manual drivers.
Interesting.
Because you got to think about who buys a Mini. First of all, you're going to want something that's a little different and quirky. You're going to want something that's maybe not practical. I mean, it is practical, but not to the extent of other vehicles. And a manual fits right into that wheelhouse.
And also could be a second vehicle. So I know what I hear from viewers quite often is it's just like, oh, I'm in bumper to bumper traffic. I don't want to drive a manual. But I think as a second car, that's kind of a fun one to have.
And this is all thanks to the fuel economy gods. You can thank the fuel economy gods for that.
So true. Love those wheels. Weird not to have some sort of a display directly in front of the driver.
Well, you do. You have a head-up display.
I think he's speaking about
Yes.
an instrument cluster. You know what? I don't like this head-up display. I think it kind of cheapens the interior, in my opinion. It's not a favorite of mine. I would rather have something else there or nothing at all.
Bingo. Hey, if you want to get a question in for a future video, make sure to follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea, also to see what's going on behind the scenes. It's really about Andrea and her beautiful poses.
Oh, gosh.
For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button.
Love the red accents and paint additions. 321, MX-5 Miata, or Mini Cooper? Ooh, good question. So we own Ruby. We own a 2024
Let's do the 3,
MX-5.
2, 1, Andrea. I want to hear from your heart what you really think.
Okay.
I'm going to throw a little spice here. John Cooper Works. This car. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Miata.
John Cooper Works.
I knew Zach would say that because this is a more practical option. If you want more space, I would say go for this. But I love the Mazda.
Yeah, the only thing is, this is what I call a point and squirt car. You point it where you want to go, you squirt the gas, that's the fun. The missing the manual changes everything. So I'm gonna just ready. 3, 2, 1.
Miata. Ah, he changed his mind. I mean, not only that, we have Ruby. I'm in love with Ruby. I think that Zach is also fond of Ruby.
It's less expensive too. And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
How does this compare to the GTI? They're both performance hatches, but this JCW is almost priced like a Golf R.
I believe on horsepower, the GTI, because it's a front-wheel drive car, is the closest competitor to this. Andrea thinks it's more the Golf R based on price, and that is true, but that has 100 more horsepower than this.
It does. If you look at the torque number of the Golf R, it's 295 pound-feet, and this has 280 pound-feet. I think performance-wise for that engaging drive, that the Golf R is more comparable to this. Don't get me wrong, I think that the GTI is a great all-rounder, but when you get it on the highway, I feel it's more refined and comfortable.
Also has more power. The GTI, I mean, the Golf R is 100 more horsepower. The GTI is 241. This is 228. This has a lot of torque and is definitely more nimble and agile.
But I would say torque-wise, this is closer to the Golf R. 295 pound-feet. This has 280 pound-feet. And isn't torque what you want?
That's what I hear. All right, let's get into the vital stats of the John Cooper Works.
Let's start with pricing. We'll do Canada first and then move on to the US. The Canadian pricing includes freight, PDI, and fees. It starts at just under $56,000. In the US, we're using MSRP. The base model starts at just over $38,000, and the Iconic top trim is just over $42,500.
Here's the fuel economy, 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.4 on the highway. That's 27 miles per gallon city, 37 on the highway. The warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers or 50,000 miles. You get complimentary scheduled maintenance covered for 3 years or 40,000 kilometers in Canada. That's 36,000 miles in the United States.
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
First is the BMW 230i with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 255 horsepower, and a starting price of $54,000.
The Volkswagen Golf R with a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 328 horsepower, 100 more than this, and a starting price of $53,500.
The Mazda 3 Sport GT with a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, up to 250 horsepower, and a starting price just over $42,000.
The Toyota GR Corolla with a 1.6-liter turbo 3-cylinder, 300 horsepower, and a starting price of $51,000.
So there are 4 fun cars for you to consider.
Lightning round, 2 things we like, 2 things we'd like to see improved.
Well, I love the fun drive.
They didn't screw up the design on this one.
What I'd love to see is a software update on the infotainment, just make it a little bit snappier.
And I'd like BMW Canada to offer more trims than just one. I'd like 3 like the US. That would be nice, BMW. Make that work. All right, so there it is. It's the John Cooper Works. What do you guys think of that?
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, subscribe. We'll see you next time.